Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day one of the 12 days of Christmas scraplifting over at Scrap Squad. They have a great Facebook group where they post normally throughout the year. They post every Friday a new scrap lift for you, and they create an album for it. You do the lift whenever you feel like, post it there, get inspiration from the other folks, and it's a great group of people, and you'll be truly inspired. And if you're like me, you'll want to do each lift maybe at least 2 or 3 times because they're usually really versatile. So today they started with a Christmas lift, and I apologize. My printer wasn't working when I tried to print. I have to buy some ink to get it to print, and so I didn't print the inspiration layout. But the basic elements of it are these 2-inch squares arranged as you see here with my dry fitting, and then a photo here. I think theirs was horizontal, or at least the couple examples I saw. So I have this photo of my grandson Barrett when he was 3, and it was a really bad quality photograph. It was dark and taken with an old phone. It's circa 2007. So I ran it through a filter on an app called Waterlog, which makes it into kind of a watercolor painting. And when I did it, when I added some light to it, increased the exposure in a normal, my iPhone photo editor, it really obscured the details, and you couldn't see that precious little expression on his face. So I turned it into a watercolor painting and thought that the colors were nice here. I'm using a white background, and normally I wouldn't introduce the kind of creamy background that's here, but there's this gold rug that he's sitting on, so I kind of thought I'd let that go, and I also did this, and my title is going to be in a kind of a wood grain that'll bring some of that out. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I've cut a series of scraps. I did a video the other day on kind of showing what my kit is going to be for this this 12-day exercise, and I've done a couple purges of my Christmas supplies, and in the course of doing that, I was able to fit all my supplies onto a single wheeled cart, and I did kind of a run through there. If you haven't seen that, it's on my channel. So, and it has the same thumbnail at the wood that has the 12 Days of Christmas title. So I'm kind of just, I normally would put these up on foam. And when I do squares, I not only would put them up on foam, but I'd distress the edges. But I thought I'd do something different here and just kind of let it be flat to the paper and let my photo be raised up on foam and see how that works out. I have not cut the last little square that I want to use, because I want to see as I space these out. Another thing that I thought to do, and I may actually do this if I lift this again, if I lift this a second time, I may do some doodling around the edges. As you can see, I have used, I haven't repeated any patterns of paper at all in here. So let me see if this one works there. I may use it because it's already cut, although I kind of like this paper, and that would mean that I wouldn't repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. My this is going to be, it's going to come together very quickly. If you can see that. This over here, because I've already got the photo matted, and I've got a couple layers kind of, that's not working. That whole, it's like the shape is wrong. Will this one fit? Did I do these a little too far up or down? I tell you what, the one we tried there seemed to fit just fine. Tell you what I'm going to do. I will put this here, and then I'll trim this little bit off here. I must not have cut this. So I'll do that with the trimmer off camera. Okay, so I've done this little word strip, and I think I will put some foam behind it. My word strip says "Waiting for Santa," and I have no idea if that's what Barrett was doing at the time, but his dad snapped this photo, which I dearly love. And I'm glad I'm able to, number one, it was taken before I was actually into 12 by 12 scrapbooking. I had some supplies at that time, but I was mostly doing baby books and things that were in all, pre-formed albums, if you will, more like photo albums that I was doing a little bit of decoration on. So I wasn't scrapbooking like this. To be honest, I don't know if I knew where to get 12 by 12 paper at the time. Okay, I want this photo a little bit at an angle, and I'm going to kind of do it across, overlapping some of these diamonds, and then I'll add some embellishments. The fun part is going to come in the embellishments. I've got a few that I've picked out from, and I've got a couple other ideas. So let me kind of put this on, let that overlap, and I've got a tiny when I let it overlap, I have to bolster it up because the photo is mounted on foam. I didn't really show you that, did I? But it is, and I've got 3 layers of paper behind it, so it's up there quite a bit. I took a Project Life card and I trimmed this little piece and thought it might look nice there, and I think I'm going to put it on a pop dot, a large pop dot there and a small pop dot here. It's got, that's the only square that has this particular color of green, and that color of green is not in the photo, but it, as long as it's in it's in one of the squares, I'm okay using it. I've got to have this this little Santa hat. Since he's wearing a Santa hat, I thought I would put this over on this side of the let me see how to mount that actually. Let me put a piece of this foam behind it. I might need two pieces. Let me do this. It's actually a pin, and there's a little indentation there to allow you to put the pin on. I didn't want to take the pin off because it was kind of using a tool I didn't have handy. So let me do this. I'll press that down, and I will do a tiny bit of liquid glue here for the pom-pom to touch, to kind of hold it there. I may have put that in a little too far down, but I think it's going to work. Okay, I have some Bramble Fox perspectives that I wanted to use. I've got this 25, and I love the color of red. I thought it would look nice there. So I'll put a little liquid glue, get that on there. This was actually taken on the Christmas day. I fussy cut this bear hanging ornaments or lights out of some packaging a long time ago. So I thought he'd kind of be cute right here. I have another idea. I kind of wanted to do something right in this area down here. And I saw this wreath and thought maybe I could kind of use it that way. Put that back. Kind of make it be part of this cluster where I've got the word strip saying waiting for Santa, and I've got this little cup of cocoa that could go there, and I've got this snowman, I've got another cup of hot chocolate, but I think I have here, I've got this, either this poinsettia that could go over the wreath, or this floral sticker. This is a planner sticker, and I could maybe, it stuck okay. Again, I may just cut it in half to see if that works well there. I don't really want it to cover up, at least I'm not thrilled with that. So I'm gonna maybe cover it up with this button. I'll never get it off there. The button props it up too much. Okay, so let me try to get it up and maybe do something else entirely. Okay, I will probably use those again. I've got, let's see, I think we looked at this cup of cocoa with the peppermint, and there's the peppermint striped paper right below it, so I think I'll do that. That adds that really bright, pretty color of red. Okay, so that's done. I've got this envelope that looks like it's reminiscent of a letter to Santa. So let me put this on, maybe over here. I've kind of undone the glue back there. I've got a couple more perspectives that I'd like to use. So I think I'll put this here, and then maybe I can add one of these planner stickers as part of a cluster here. Let's do that. And then as another part of this cluster, I've got this stocking that has some presents in it. So I'm going to prop that up on some foam. Don't want to cut my adhesive foam tape with that. So let me do this. There we go. And let me put another piece of a foam dot underneath it. I kind of don't want to cover up the little snowman here. Wouldn't hurt my feelings if the edges were glued down a little better, so I'll add some liquid glue. Chances are that once put into a page protector in an album, that would be just fine. Here's another, it's a little snowman. Could I add that in there, or does it, let me kind of put that aside for the moment. I've got this foam Christmas tree, and I kind of put it out there just in case, and it's just not the right color, so I'll probably try to color that up and use it. There's this cute little mouse that I'd like to use, and he's kind of in the color scheme up here. Let's see what other stickers I have that would look nice here. This has kind of some pink, and this particular set of papers doesn't have any pink. So let me do December 24th. Word. Let me add it here to the envelope. That's kind of cute. I think I'm going to not use anything here. Oh, I do like this Mary Mary in the gold color, and that works nicely as a tab up there. I have this wood ornament, and I could use it. I think I will use it. I think this came from the Advent calendar kit that I got from Secret Not Secret. Most of the papers came from old Mind the Scrap kits. All of my Christmas supplies for the last few years have come from Mind the Scrap. I've got obviously some old October Afternoon and Basic Gray that came from before. Let me see if I can staple that down. I may not be able to because it may be too far away from where my stapler hits. It is, so I'm hoping that that little bit of glue will kind of hold it. It's not, I don't need to control it absolutely there. Okay, let's put on the title. I'm gonna see if we have any other must-have ornamentation here. I kind of have, on the busy patterns, I have, what I like. Let's see. I have these two holly leaves from Foxbox that kind of, and I like them over this red bouquet pattern paper. So I'm going to do this, get that glue down, and I'll do this one. And because the glue dries matte and clear, you won't be able to see the dot. And if you do see a dot, the bouquet paper underneath, you could say that's where the dot came from. Okay, I'm kind of anxious to get the title on here. I'm gonna go with Jingle Bells. I think it's, where do I put it? If I do it across here, yeah, that'll work. I'll kind of overlap that peppermint paper, and I will go back and reinforce the glue on this because it's chipboard and it won't stick for the long term. It's going to have a little bit of glue, but I'll do that off camera. So I'm going to do that I'll stagger them, but I'll do them both at an angle. And we'll go with the eye here and this dot here. Okay, I think I'm going to call this done. The one thing I thought I might try to use is this blue ornament here. It's an October Afternoon Daily Flash eggnog set of stickers from way back when. And there's this blue up in the photo and this blue here. And I don't have any of that blue around, but I'm not sure it goes anywhere. That doesn't look quite right. It might have looked nice on that wood. It might be okay somewhere around here, but I'm just maybe gonna, I could make a cluster here with the mouse and then pick a small, let's do that. I kind of like that idea. I'll take a small red striped ornament and make it part of this cluster. And all three of these elements will have come from that same October Afternoon sheet. So they are nicely coordinated. Okay, I think I'm done. The title is Jingle Bells. I've got Waiting for Santa almost as a subtitle. A letter dated December 24th, and the 25 as we're looking forward to that. Okay, so I love this lift. Again, I think you'll love every lift that's out there. This is day one, and happy 12 days, everyone. Enjoy.